Hello everybody! So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm playing on Bedrock Edition. So this is the world that I play with some of my friends on a realm. As you can see here is a iron farm. So what we have here is just a generic, you get 20 villagers with some workstations and beds, and then they want to produce golems. So once you in Bedrock, you have to have 20 in order for it to work right. But this is so they're all down here, and then up top is where the spawning platform happens, and all the iron golems spawn and funnel down into the hoppers here. Now, what I want to do to help out one of my buddies that built this is I am going to make a sorting system storage area for this. So we're going to turn this into an auto crafter and all that stuff and make it a little bit more neater and beneficial. So let me gather some materials together and then we'll see what we can do with this over here. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. Yes, I know. Perfection. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the top of this part because the way I'm gonna set it up, we won't need all these hoppers. Alright, let's compare off of this dropper. And then we are going to repeat that signal into a block. And then we are going to come around the other side. You gotta love not having scaffolding, but we'll get there one day. Put some red dust there. Put a repeater and then redstone for the clock. Now we need to power that dropper. And I'm not gonna hook that up yet. That'll be stupid. Because then it'll just be raining all over me while I'm trying to work. So we'll wait until we get the rest of it put in place. So we'll leave that there for now. Alright, so we'll put that there. So we're gonna make a water stream underneath here, and that's gonna divert the iron and poppies into a sorting system so we can get those sorted out. I like using glass with water just so I can see it. Makes it a little bit more recognizable than using another kind of block. Change of plans, we're gonna divert the water in the other direction. So we'll make the water go this way. Alright. Now we want it to go into a hopper that is going to feed into a storage system. So we need to set up the input line for the storage system, which we will do. So 1, 2 here. Alright, if we put... I didn't grab the water. I knew I was forgetting something. Alright, so if we put water here, it'll just carry it around and cover all the hoppers. So that'll be good. And then we'll put a chest on the end of it to catch any excess. Yep, that'll work. So let's come down below the water now. I don't know what that noise was. Alright, this will be where our sorting system goes. So we'll do... come out 2 blocks. Block there. This will be where our redstone torches go. And then let's get on top. Comparator there, comparator here, and I didn't mean repeaters, redstone dust. Then we're gonna need, we can get rid of this block. Let's get another hopper facing into that comparator there. Alright, so we'll get a chest going here and do the same thing for this other side. Chest go in here. So that's the first level of our storage area. Actually, you know what? We're gonna convert all this into bone meal and iron blocks. So what I need to do is make a composter, which I believe is just some slabs. Too much stuff in my inventory as normal. But we'll take, should we use this as an overflow? I will go straight into composter, which composter will need to go into the bottom of it, but we'll just do this and then put a hopper into it from the sorting system, like, nope, like that, nope, like that, there we go. Alright, so that one will be composted, and then we want the compost to come out and go into an auto crafter, which do I want it facing, yeah, we can do it just like that. Just like so. So that's gonna be composted. Bone meal will go into the composter and then turn into bone blocks. Now for the iron, let's set this up. So we're gonna do, I think we can do straight. Probably would look cooler if we had them both at the same level. Oh, and for iron, we won't need anything fancy. Just come straight down into the auto crafter. Now the auto crafters, they can go straight into a chest. They don't need the hoppers or anything like that. So we can put chest like this. Then we can do a chest like that. hopper underneath it. Can't put a hopper underneath the dropper because it'll just take the item straight out of it. Or I'm sorry, you can't put a hopper underneath the auto crafter or it will just take the item straight out of it. So it doesn't even get a chance to get crafted. So you gotta make sure you have a buffer, which is usually a chest, or you could have it spit into a hopper this way, which, now that I think about it, sounds like a little bit better. Get out of here. All right, so we'll take that buffer away. We'll use, we can actually double stack these chests now. And put a hopper in. Let me work in peace! Like I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, we can put a hopper into that. So the crafter will spit into this hopper, and by nature will go into this bottom hopper first. Let's try. So once we'll get it set up with power first, but we can imitate it. So it crafts. Instead of going to this one, should usually go into the bottom one. Will take precedence over the top one first. So, and then straight into the bottom. So now we got two chests. They're in line with each other, so we can eventually make a nice little build around this to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna sleep before I get my face ripped off. Oh, now I'm being shot at. Don't hit me. Alright, you're good. I think the wolves decided to, yeah, look at those eyes. Alright. Let's lock that, even though they can just walk right around. Alright, so that's set up. Storage is set up for iron blocks and the bone blocks. Now let's get the blocks and stuff set up for those to activate. So we can put this block here, and we want to compare it. All right, change of plans. We're gonna move this over one on each side. Alright, now feed those hoppers into that. We'll go in, out one. Okay, now we'll hook up the clock. Alright. So let's compare. Alright, let's send a comparator out from here, on both sides. Then we're going to take a repeater, then redstone dust. Let's put a block up here. Now this is just my way of doing the dropper clocks, but it always seems to work, so that's just what my go-to. And then we'll put a target block there and there. Now the reason I moved them out earlier is so that way I can add a comparator out each side, which I need to make one more of. So these are going to be used, and we'll put them facing this way. Just and then we'll use the auto crafter on the side with all 9 slots filled. So that will decrease the signal strength, so that way whenever it gets 9, it will have enough power to power it, and it won't power at random times, so you don't get dyes or anything like that. Alright, so we got that set up now. We'll do the chest thing out front of this. So you can have chest here, and chest here, chest here, chest here. Droppers into those. Droppers into those. There we go. Let's don't forget this. So we got all 9 of those. Now we need to finish the sorting system and get it set up for the iron ingots and for the poppies to be turned into compost or turned into bone meal. So down here on the bottom of this part of the storage system, we need to add the repeaters. So they'll go up here, and then we can add another block like so. Come up here, and our redstone dust will go there. Now we can add in a filler here and then put our filters and be set. Boy, I sure wish I had some iron. Oh wait, here we go. So let's make iron block. Make 3 of those because we're gonna make an anvil. Now I'm gonna use signs because I have signs here and signs work pretty well. So we're gonna rename these just in case. All right, there we go. I mean, I have to, right? Right? All right, so this one will be for the poppies. So we'll put those in there. Already starting to work. And then this one is gonna be for the iron. And there we go. And I believe we can add a few more of these, 11. And it only keep 1 in there at a time. Oops. Look, you done make me break my redstone? Get out of here. Now, one last thing. Always cover your hoppers if you can. You don't want anything random to get into them. You know, in here we'll throw, I don't have any lanterns or anything. We'll throw some torches on those for right now. Keep it lit up a little bit. And there you go, now we have it. Alright, well that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe and comment. If you want to see me do anything else, leave a comment and maybe I can work that in. I'm sure there'll be some other videos come out of me working in this world with my friends, just doing some random odds and end things. So I'm going to take off. Hope everybody has a great, wonderful day. And until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.